Hello, my name's Ben. I just wanted to give you a few tips just now for really a beginner to the piano. This can also apply though to students that have been learning the piano for a little while. But really for anyone that's perhaps had a go at the piano before a little bit and maybe tried to teach themselves for a while. These are just a few common things that I tend to see and pick up on from most students when they're starting. The first one is, and perhaps the least obvious one to most people, is that when they sit at the piano, they tend to sit by the piano as you sit, just sitting up to the table. So they tend to sit quite close, move the stool forward like this, and then sit over the keyboard, so they're eating their dinner. Although that actually feels quite intuitive to start with, it really restricts your ability to play, and everything tends to get very cramped up like this, and not easy to play, and very, very kind of closed in like this. So really, move the stool back like this, sit back, have some space in front of you like this, so you've got the whole kind of range of the keyboard in reach and in sight in front of you. You can also sit back, relax your shoulders, breathe properly as well, keeping your chest open like this, and play much more effectively in the end in that way as well. So the second thing I see quite often is where students tend to start to play the piano on their own and start to play a simple tune, work things out on their own, which is all great. Tend to use their fingers like this on the piano. Just using kind of three fingers like this and moving those three fingers around on the piano to play other notes like that. Totally forgetting that of course you've got two more whole fingers on each hand as well, your thumb and your little finger as well, both on your right hand and your left hand. So that's actually 10 fingers that you can use instead of 6, and the difference is amazing when you start to really consciously try and use your thumb and your fifth finger at all, in fact. Obviously the options are much greater. And the third and final thing I just wanted to mention for now as well is that when students are starting, almost always students tend to play with very flat fingers like this, tend to play with the flats of their fingers, which can make it sort of feel easier to play at the beginning, but actually much more difficult to achieve many things when you're playing with flat fingers like that. Make it difficult to make a clear tone, and actually to achieve a lot of technical things, whereas where you're curving your fingers like this, it gives you the opportunity to pass your thumb underneath your fingers, both on your right hand and your left hand, and pass your fingers over your thumb effectively like that. Also make a good clear contact with the tips of your fingers for a nice clear tone on the keys as well. Okay, so those are the very sort of preliminary tips really for students that are just starting to play. I hope you find that helpful. Thank you.